In today's episode, let's read something about the immune enhancing effects of aromatherapy diffusers. Namaste everyone and welcome to Incense Show with DJ, a show that helps you increase your incense quotient. So if you are an incense enthusiast, consider subscribing. So you might want to treat this as a podcast and let me give you company while you do whatever you're doing at the moment. And grab yourself a coffee, a tea, some beverage of your choice, and let me just read this out to you. So this is a Floracopia booklet. This is a booklet called Aromatic Intelligence: The Healing Power of Essential Oils. I got this from the Floracopia website. It's a ebook there. It's an ebook and it's free to download. So you may just want to go to Floracopia website and look for this booklet there. So this is Aromatic Intelligence, and we're going to read about the immune enhancing effects of aromatherapy diffusers. So Floracopia, if you know, is a website where you get all types of essential oils and stuff. So there's something about the immune enhancing effects of aromatherapy diffusers which I thought would be quite relatable for incense makers like us and incense enthusiasts, because it talks about the molecules of the incense, the essential oils that goes into the environment and helps us in various ways. So let's read this. It says the immune enhancing effects of aromatherapy diffusers. Essential oil containing aromatic plants have been used for anti-infectious purposes for millennia. The unpleasant odors of sewage, rotting garbage, sick people, and environmental pollution reveal the presence of proliferating microbial toxins. Without knowing the details of which pathogenic agents were present, people have always known that where there were bad vapors, diseases lurked. Throughout history, aromatic plants and their essential oils have been the primary antidote for these evil spirits. Since the 1800s, scientific research has compiled a substantial body of evidence demonstrating that essential oils have powerful antimicrobial effects against a broad range of bacterial, viral, and fungal pathogens. As the disturbances of the Kali Yuga increases around us, it is wise to consider how these healing plants can be our allies, not only to prevent contagion and enhance personal immunity by purifying the atmosphere around us, but to remedy the causes of illness within communities as well. One of the recent discoveries within aromatic research is that the antimicrobial effects of essential oils are most potent not when the oil is used in liquid form, as when applying tea tree to a fungal infection, but when pathogens are exposed to the vapors of the oils. This means that the most effective way of utilizing essential oils to reduce atmospheric contagion, neutralize airborne illnesses, and enhance immunity is through the use of aromatic diffusers, ionizers, and nebulizers. It has been found unnecessary to have a high concentration of oil in the atmosphere for it to be effective. Only a minimal amount of oil dispersed from a diffuser is required for optimum biological and immunological effects. Although there are many aromatic diffusers on the market, from simple candle burners to complex ultrasonic devices, atmospheric dispersion of aromatic botanical oils is nothing new. A traditional fire puja in Rajasthan, filling the temple with aromatic offerings, precious sandalwood, and agarwood incense moving like coiling dragons through monastery meditation halls, Egyptian ceremonies burning copious amounts of desert resins and exotic spices, Tibetan monks throwing juniper branches onto coals while chanting, an Arab family welcoming an honored guest with a smoking censer of their purest frankincense. These are all ways that cultures have practiced spiritual hygiene and community immunity throughout the ages. In their native habitats, plants grow in communities. They must survive the natural elements, compete with other plants, and live in the midst of complex microbial and insect communities. Essential oils are part of a plant's immune system, created by its evolutionary intelligence, primarily for repelling pathogens. By harvesting and distilling their oils, we bring the immunological power of the plant communities into our communities. Just as an individual plant cannot thrive in a poor environment, no individual person can maintain their health if the community in which they live is unhealthy. Whether it is the threat of a serious epidemic such as avian flu, allergic reactions caused by genetically engineered food, antibiotic resistant bacterial infections, chemical sensitivities from an increasingly toxic environment, or just the common spread through schools and the workplace, one does not have to look far to see this basic truth. A forest is a perfect example of community immunity. In conifers such as pine, spruce, and fir, the primary agents of the tree's defense are monoterpenes, aromatic molecules such as pinene, which gives pines their characteristic fragrance. These molecules have several important physiological functions, including repelling insects and microbial pathogens and healing wounds to branches and bark. Because trees and humans are so closely related biologically, it is not surprising to discover that the essential oils produced by a tree's immune system are directly beneficial for our own immunity. When we diffuse conifer oils into our homes, we're not just bringing the beautiful fragrance of the forest indoors, we are also surrounding ourselves with a cloud of disease-fighting molecules created by the tree's immunological intelligence. A garden is another kind of plant community. When the soil is healthy and rich in nutrients produced by healthy microbial ecologies, the plants have vibrant flavors, colors, and fragrances, indicating the vitality and life force. Some of the most powerful antibacterial and antiviral essential oils come from this community: rosemary, sage, thyme, oregano, lemon balm, and lavender. A well-known example of this type of community immunity is the Hindu practice of growing tulsi or holy basil in courtyards of homes for its health-enhancing and insect-repelling powers. In other parts of the world, aromatic plants such as basils and marigolds planted in gardens have been found to be highly effective for repelling mosquitoes from neighborhoods. Deserts have their own communities of long-lived species, growing slowly under the harsh sun. In this community, we find famous sacred scents used for prayer and meditation from time immemorial: frankincense, junipers, sages. From our own backyard in the dry California coastal mountains, we find the white sage, now globally renowned as part of Native American ceremonies, containing its own potent camphorous antimicrobial oils. Jungles are intensely dynamic communities filled with a multitude of aromatic medicines. Here we find common spices like cinnamon as well as more unusual species like Ravensair and Niauli, which have unique antimicrobial properties. In the fields, we find yet more fragrant plants with oils that destroy pathogens such as lemongrass, palmarosa, citronella, and angelicas. Nature has provided us with a rich and diverse palette of aromatic healing treasures from which to choose. By filling our gardens and cities with aromatic plants, using their flavors in our diet, and diffusing their oils into our workplaces and homes, we are strengthened and protected by the essence of their immunological intelligence. We can create good health not only at the individual level but community immunity as well. So that's all for the chapter, and to know more about this kind of the kind of impact that anything that we burn or the vapors that we diffuse into our air has on our health, you might just want to check out the episode which I did where I talk about the Purush and the Prakriti of an incense. So I tell you how the fragrance impacts our mind, but the physical molecules that gets released into the atmosphere when we light up an incense is something that is physically impacting us in a very, very real and potent way. So I'll just put that episode here somewhere in the link, so you might just want to check this. As for today, I hope you enjoyed today's episode and you learned something from it. If you think somebody else can learn something from it too, share it with them. If you liked it, give it a like. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Check out the description box for a good collection of incense related products, and for my Sanskrit alphabet book for kids, Meri Pratham Sanskrit Pustika. And till we meet again next, take very good care of yourself. Namaste.